Hi everyone, Azita here, and I hope you're all doing amazing. I brought you with me to an amazing orchard, a cherry tree orchard. Look at that. Now I talk to you about vitamin N for the child and for your own emotional, spiritual health. And vitamin N stands for nature, and that is what nature is. Now, why nature is acting as a vitamin? Why? I told you in the previous video that I made that nature creates or stimulates the child's 5 senses and our own 5 senses. And why is that important? Because when 5 senses are activated, that in fact is the base of mindfulness. And why mindfulness is important? Because when we are, first of all, mindfulness is when we are present in the moment using our 5 senses. Now, 5 senses. I touch with my feet. I touch the grass. I walk bare feet and feel the grass underneath me. Taste. I would taste this cherry. Your child will taste the cherry, the flavor of it, the sweetness of it. And it's absolutely amazing. Sense of touch, sense of smell, also the feel of the heat on my skin, on my body, the cool fresh drink that is provided for me in that corner, that I can rest in peace. What other senses do we have? Talk about visual vision. Look what I'm seeing. Cherries, a tree full of cherries, and your child sees it. Now the child has an explorative sense. The child wants to go and see everything. Look at this pathway. The pathway full of trees, cherry trees, and your child is gonna walk here. Now, why is mindfulness so important? Because when we are capable of being mindful, we can manage anxiety, we can manage difficult things. It is the very important element for emotion regulation, and that's what your child needs to learn, to be able to be mindful. And when the person is mindful, the person can handle everything, because mindfulness, as I mentioned, is the essence of being present. It helps us be present. And when we are present, we can focus, we can think, and we can regulate. And that's what your child is gonna get from the vitamin N, nature. The same with you. Now, I talked about things that are not actually good additives for that vitamin. It's like preservatives, it's like bad additives that damages the quality of that vitamin. And what are those? One of them is, if you yourself cannot be fine in the element of nature, when you get worried about bugs, you get worried about cleanliness and your child getting hurt. If that's the case, that's no problem. The only thing is, please do not join with your child if you have those restrictions psychologically. Allow your child to explore this magnificence with people who allow her to be there, who allow her to climb the tree. Of course, that person you should trust, that would protect your child. But allow her to touch the bark of the tree, to eat the cherry, maybe unwashed, and walk on this grass, on this pathway, barefoot. Because if you want to control your child, that vitamin N is not going to be absorbed. It is not going to be absorbed. The child would feel restricted, and the 5 senses would get damaged because she would worry that the parent would be upset and the parent is not going to approve. So she can't get absorbed in what she is being absorbed, or the goal is to be absorbed. I hope you are able to give this vitamin to your children wherever you are. Now, of course, this is magical. I don't have access to this nature where I live, but when I travel, I do. And now that's not always ideal, that's not always there for all of us. So as I mentioned in that video, please give that nutrition, that nourishment, that vitamin N, vitamin nature, wherever you are, in the park next to you, in the pond next to you, 5-10 minutes away from your location, or half an hour once a month, somewhere, wherever, that is nature, that your child can be part of nature, part of the plants, part of what it is there for her to grow psychologically, and also bond with you if you like nature. Be well, and I see you in another video regarding other vitamins for our emotional health. Remember, mindfulness is one of them, and the way a child learns mindfulness is not by sitting down and meditate or tell her, okay, be mindful, let's practice mindfulness. Nature provides that. Mindfulness is antidote, is what fights with anxiety, what fights with whatever the child experiences as difficult, what helps a child regulate. Be well, see you in another video with another vitamin for emotional health.